So why don't you fall?
Okay, I will. Hello, gals, blokes, and all other folks. My name is Mortius, and today we are here with the by far winner of the most recent Patreon poll, LydiaTheBard, with Fall Little Windy Bird Fall, the Tinkerbell villain song. Now, as of the time of recording this intro, I actually already did a whole reaction to it. And for the most part, I really enjoyed it, but I was a little bit confused because I was hearing some weird distortion and tone that didn't seem consistent with the one song I had already checked out, the Mirabelle villain song. I still have no possible clue how this happened because it didn't even happen to any of the other videos in that recording session, but somehow I listened to the song at 0.75 speed. I truly don't comprehend how the YouTube settings could have possibly changed, but unfortunately it really did change up my reaction to it. And so, since it's so different, I talked with some patrons deciding whether the YouTube version should have it sound like what I actually reacted to, or if it should sound like what you guys are expecting. We decided it's better to have it as what you guys are expecting. So when the song itself is playing, my editor will speed it up so my reactions will be a little bit faster, but at least you won't hear the weird distorted audio. And if you hear me talking about that distortion, that's why. So that's just a very frustrating thing that happened that I am still immensely frustrated by, honestly, but it's just the reality of the situation. So you are actually going to get to see my reaction twice. You are going to get to see my original reaction to the inexplicably slowed down version, even though it won't sound slowed down to you. And then as soon as that is over, I will be doing a second reaction that's not going to probably include as much analysis, but we'll see if I have anything new to pause and say. But you'll get to see me actually experiencing it as it should sound for the first time. If you are really absolutely curious about what my reactions are like at normal speed and what the LydiaTheBard original sounded like for me, then just play this video at 0.75 speed. Like I said, I really don't understand how it happened. It caused so much frustration for me, but thank you to patrons for understanding. Thank you to all of you for understanding. And now I believe that past Mortius needs to read the backstory, then hop into his reaction, and then you'll hop back into future Mortius for a reaction to the not slowed down version. So, thank you for understanding. Take it away, past Mortius. Fairies have been dying at an alarming rate in the Neverland. As time goes on and the human world evolves, more and more children simply no longer believe in fairies. And we all know the moment that happens, a fairy is lost. Oof. Tinkerbell and her friends watch as their loved ones disappear one after the other, their numbers dwindle, and hope has long faded. Loss is something we must all go through, but when it happens, or when it becomes an almost weekly occurrence, Tinkerbell knows something must be done. Whew. She begins her research trying to understand the connection between humans and fairies. Maybe there was a way to sever the connection, to allow fairies to exist independent of human beliefs, but that would be impossible. A fairy is born from the first laugh of a newborn human baby. The bond between humans and fairies is linked directly to their existence. Tinkerbell tests many different theories to try and allow fairies to live free from human interference, or influence, but every time she comes up blank. And as the weeks and months go by, Tinkerbell's bitterness towards the human race grows and grows. Fairies full of magic and wonder and power at the mercy of simple, insignificant, ungrateful children. It simply isn't fair. Until one fateful day, she comes up with one last theory. If a fairy is born of a newborn's laugh, then maybe, just maybe, it's the very same child that causes their eventual death. If Tink could ensure the child connected to her never lost faith, the children connected to her friends never lost faith, then she could keep at least herself and her loved ones alive. And so on their next trip to the mainland, Tinkerbell convinces her friends to follow their plan to find these children, take them from their homes, and bring them up in Neverland. Lydia's such a fascinating story writer. And so they left, flying over the mainland and clinging to this final sliver of hope. They searched for hours with no luck. All seemed lost. How could they possibly tell which child was theirs? That was until Tink felt an inexplicable pull to a window. And inside the window lay a young boy, no more than a few years old, and she knew they'd done it. Tink had found Peter Pan. Her friends, with a new surge of hope, find their humans in the next few hours. Stolen from their cribs, they were spirited away to the land of the fairies to ensure they never stopped believing in fairies and never grew up. Everything was going well. Tink and her friends were safe until some strangers arrived in Neverland and put everything she's worked so hard to protect at risk. Wendy, with her stories of home and family, whispering in the lost boy's ears and Peter's ear. What if they decided to go back with her? What if they decided to grow up? It was something Tink simply couldn't allow. And so to protect her and her friends, she would see Wendy fall. Just like with the Mirabelle reaction, I already feel emotionally overwhelmed and entirely unprepared for what's about to come next. But that was an incredible little story. I'm not 100% sure how it's going to be edited on screen to be interesting, but I know I trust my editors. I believe this is Kaylee, so I fully trust you to make that interesting. And now, without any further ado, let's hop into Fall, Little Windy Bird Fall. Here we go. Oh, the eerie, like the that like really squeaky kind of instrumental there. Huh. Wait. That was too fast. Animatic by. Gotta give credit. Lazy Yule. Fucking move.
Little girl, you've no idea what you've got yourself into. Fly for a night and think the world's made for you. Well, I tried too hard to see all of my work come undone. Better grow some wings real fast.
Whoa. The sinister, the sort of like slow, like I don't even know how to describe the genre, but it's so ugh.
I see the way they look at you with tears in their eyes. Soon they'll start to dream up different lives. Well, I won't let you tempt them. They're mine to protect. No use reminding them of the past. You don't seem to quite understand what is at stake. This messed up little family that
Ooh! Everything else being that low, just kind of like dun 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 dun, and then this messed up little family, like bringing it up on family to kind of emphasize the emotion of that lyric.
What is at stake? This messed up little family that I had to make. If I could let them all go home, please know that I would. But it'd do more harm than good. So why don't you fall?
Okay, I will. I was already on my way down and then I thought about the joke. Dude! Oh my gosh!
So why don't you fall?
Oh!
Fall, little windy bird, fall. Why don't you fall? Fall, little windy bird, fall. Swear it's nothing personal, it's a necessary evil. Why don't you fall? Fall.
And Peter catches her. Oh! Woo! Oh my gosh.
Some would say I'm quick to rage and maybe they're right, but I can say for once I'm thinking clearly tonight. Wendy, darling, if it's the wrong kind of fight, I will protect what is mine. A nasty little spot smell that's left out.
Oh! I have to say, I know a lot of the other villain songs, the one I've seen and many that I've heard about are parodies. Is this, or not parodies, that was the wrong word, are just like using sort of the instrumental and tone and everything from the original. The Mirabelle one being We Don't Talk About Bruno, and then I know that Meg's is I Won't Say I'm in Love. Is this a completely original song, or is it following the structure of a song that I just don't know? Maybe from one of the like Tinkerbell solo movies that I haven't watched or anything like that. Let me know in the comments. I'm really curious.
Setting fires inside my house is just not allowed. Reflected air and embers is what I must do. And darling, I'll be coming for you. So why don't you fall? Fall, little Wendy bird, fall.
Oh no.
Why don't you fall?
Just jump in the water.
Fall, little Wendy bird, fall. Swear it's nothing personal, it's a necessary evil.
I love that lyric delivery, by the way. I didn't mention it the first time, but that necessary evil, like that, like it's necessary evil, like barely disconnecting the E of necessary and evil. Necessary evil. Like that's fascinating. Oh, that was. These like heavy and they're like boom, dooms happen. I'm like trying so hard to do my job and focus on the music despite the like that. Oh my gosh.
Why don't you
Okay. Faith to, oh, and pixie dust. Oh. Good Lord! Gotta be honest, up until that very end, I was thinking, oh, I don't like this one as much as Mirabelle's. And like, purely musically speaking, I think I still agree. I liked Mirabelle's better musically, maybe just because I knew the song that it was based off of, or maybe it was just that like, I don't feel like Lydia's emotions could shine through the distortion she chose to use for the song. But oh my god, that ending changed it all for me. The delivery, the emotion, the animatic, like that was all absolutely exceptional. That was so good. That ending really brought the whole thing together. Again, I still think that purely musically, I just liked the Mirabelle song better. Again, the distortion and just I'm sure a million other features. But that ending just shook me to my core. That was exceptional. I'm noticing there's 13 seconds left. Is it just credits? Okay, cool. Just making sure. Yeah, absolutely exceptional. Well, holy cow. Thank you guys so much for recommending this one to me. That ending, again, I just can't get over that ending. The rest of it was solid, but that ending, she really knew how to bring up the energy and bring up the awesomeness at the very end.
Flashback.
And then you'll hop back into future Mortius for a reaction to the not slowed down version.
End of flashback.
Little girl, you've no idea what you've got yourself into. Fly for a night and think the world's made for you. Well,
Ooh, okay, yeah, this instantly is like totally changed the tone of this whole thing. I still can't believe that happened.
I tried too hard to see all of my work come undone. Better grow some wings real fast. I see the way they look at you with tears in their eyes. Soon they'll start to dream of different lives. Well, I won't let you tempt them. They are mine to protect. No use reminding them of the past. You don't seem to quite understand what is at stake. This messed up little family that I had to make.
I still love that part, the messed up little family that like a da-da-da-da-da-da-da is a very fun little riff there, and I like hearing it at full speed now.
If I could let them all go home, please know that I would, but it'd do more harm than good. So why don't you fall?
Ooh.
Fall, little Wendy bird, fall. Why don't you fall? Fall, little Wendy bird, fall. Swear it's nothing personal, it's a necessary evil. Why don't you fall? Fall, little Wendy bird, fall. Some would say I'm quick to rage, and maybe they're right, but I can say for once I'm thinking clearly tonight. Wendy, darling, you have hit the wrong girl to fight. I will protect what is mine. A nasty little spark that must be smothered, snuffed out. Setting fires inside my house is just not allowed. If ended air and embers is what.
And I don't think I talked about that lyric, by the way. If ending errant embers is such a fire lyric, actually. If ending errant embers is, oh, I like that a lot.
Nasty little spark that must be smothered, snuffed out. Setting fires inside my house is just not allowed.
And that setting fires inside my head, the da-da-da-da-da-da-da, the exact same as earlier. Mwah.
If ended air and embers is what I must do, then darling, I'll be coming for you. So why don't you fall? Fall, little Wendy bird, fall. Why don't you fall? Fall, little Wendy bird, fall. Swear it's nothing personal, it's a necessary evil. Why don't you fall?
Oh, and those whispers, I know I mentioned it in the original, but that fall is totally different vibes once again.
Oh, little Wendy bird, fall.
I love the why don't you fall? Those are so cool. Oh, I'm so excited for the ending too now. The ooh flip is also just so, man, I'm so bummed that that happened. I can't get over how frustrating it is.
Why don't you fall? Fall, little Wendy bird, fall. Or did it slip your mind? You need 3 things to fly.
Yes, I love that lyric.
Try when I remove mine. Why don't you fall?
Oh!
Little Wendy
Oh, that was so good. I wish that was what I listened to the first time, but I mean, I still enjoyed it the first time, and that was really good. Like, just, well, I'm gonna let Past Mortius get back to his old intro. I'm pretty sure I said this in the past, but make sure you let me know what you want me to check out. Thank you for understanding those weird tech issues. And yeah, back to the old intro I recorded. Well, thank you so much to all of my patrons who voted to recommend this. As a reminder, well, actually, never mind. I'm not going to say that because I'm actually having to change the rewards over on the Patreon a little bit. But for those of you who have been there and were able to benefit from the polls when they still existed, thank you so much. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to work on that in the future. But no matter what, things like Patreon exclusive content and the unedited early access are never going to change. So if you want things like that, please consider joining this list of lovely folks over at patreon.com/Mortius. Thank you for those of you who recommended this one for me. And yeah, let me know what other ones I should check out in the future. I don't think LydiaTheBard will ever be like a super frequent mainstay on the channel, just because it's not the type of music I know the most about and therefore have the most to say about. And I've loved these two experiences so far, so even if it's not going to be a super frequent visitor to the channel, this is definitely not going to be the last time she's here. I definitely want to check out some more ones. The ones that really drew my eye were Belle and Meg. So definitely let me know if it's either of those ones you want me to check out or any of the other ones. So, the fall. Anyways, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you again to these patrons. Thank you to all of you for your support. And as always, gals, blokes, and all other folks, I will see you in the next video. Bye!